Hey everybody, this is Frankie Abbruzzino with the Scoop Daily Summary in the news where I try to knock it out in 10 minutes. Let's go. Boom. All right. Tornado warning up in north. This is a storm that's heading our way. It should be here between 4 and 5. They're hoping the storms won't be as severe when they get here. Warrants. Sarasota, I just posted this. This warrant scam is still out there. They're telling people, they're calling people saying you owe money for missing jury duty or skipping something or not paying a fine. The Sarasota County Sheriff says don't act on unsolicited calls. Check them first, especially if they involve arrest warrants or civic fines. That's a story I just posted. And the next one, Cromie Road. This is out in Northport. There's basically saying, look, between Polynesia Road and Carrizella Terrace, it will be closed effective tomorrow. Gotta love this. Former Fugitive Friday star Stephen Lissy caught, and this is just after about a week, I think. So good jobs. I always enjoy putting out those Fugitive Fridays and helping the county or any police organization. This is that guy, to refresh your memory. He was out of Hillsborough County. He got caught, and basically there was concern that he was going to bomb something, and it was terrorism related, and he lived down here in Sarasota. So they checked out his parents' house. They did find some chemicals there, but they believed that they were just for drugs. Not enough to charge him, though, and now nothing will be pursued here in Sarasota. He still has to deal with Hillsborough County, and that's your update on that one. I did do an analysis out there where I cover Mayor Hollick and his state of the city, and I did like I do with all this stuff where I go through and I opine and give my opinion. I give my thoughts on the issue, so you can take a listen to it. I try to make them short, sweet, and basically when I do my videos, I try to report what I'm seeing out there, what's being reported out there, and then I tend to put my personality and my opinion into it. Verizon shut down, having major network issues, and it was originally here on the East Coast. It went out throughout the whole United States. I believe it's over now. Aldi in Sarasota and Northport, and they're coming here, I believe, on Laurel. They're going total organic, banning pesticides, and doing the Whole Foods thing, which is an excellent thing out there. If you have time to listen to this report, HR 610, if you are a homeschooler parent or an advocate for it, listen to this, because some of the regulations or ordinances, whatever you want to call them, they want to put in place will impact you significantly and possibly in a negative manner. So I advise you to take a listen. This is a report I put out yesterday regarding Ted Sperling Park. They're doing some updates, and county came to the people and they said, hey, tell us what you want. We're going to be doing this. It's a $1.19 million Restore Act funds that were taken with the recreation trail, the boardwalk, and we want your input. That's a good thing. And this is where I said yesterday, you got to be involved, and you can't complain later like the individuals that are upset over certain actions that are taken. Just like yesterday with the city of Venice, and the story's on here somewhere where today I posted it, where with the new safety center and the purchase off Auburn, basically they came back and said, look, you said in a referendum it was to purchase this property. You cannot now change and go to a park because it's $2 million cheaper. You got to go through with this. The people on Auburn aren't happy, and all I could think is, how many of you voted for that safety center without doing due diligence and checking to see that it was that property? Because I told everybody on the scoop that it was those properties. I was even checking to see if there was any undue influence because the contractor involved. City commissioners, they met today. I watched it for a while. They had an extensive conversation. A huge contingency was there for Legacy Trail and the extension of it. Biggest problem is the money is not available, and I don't think the people are happy about it taking possibly 2 years. Sarasota opened this new challenge here where they said they want the community to get more involved, and they're asking you to go green, healthy, and get involved within the community. This is a new initiative that they've pushed out there. This guy, Flowers, I just thought it was funny. Flowers receives handcuffs and not flowers for Valentine's. Basically, it was a flea that started in Manatee, ended up here in Sarasota. He tried to fight his way out, ended up getting tasered, and this is a guy that does have a rap sheet. School bus within Sarasota, school bus incident. You can see what happened to the car there. It's not pretty. And this from Kim Chrisley Knows at SNN. And there's a video on there and some other information. Nobody was hurt. But this goes along with that same thing, and I'm hoping the kids were wearing safety belts. I put up a video where it showed inside a bus when they crashed and kids went flying. I said, why don't we enforce and push them wearing these seat belts? Too many times they don't, and they really need to. This is on the fire fee. Listen, if you live in the city, within the city of Venice, because they're basically saying we need a fire tax now to support the fire department and the pensions. And that's what they told us they needed to increase our property tax for. And once again, I feel we've been deceived by the local government. And now they said, okay, well, hey, what if this fire tax passes? What are we going to do with all that extra money now from property tax because we just increased the taxes? And they don't know. I'll tell you what they're going to do. And I tell you in this video, so take a listen to it. Corporate execs remain optimistic about our economy. Our economy is great in comparison to the rest of the country, guys. It's really doing great. Something else that passed, and I did a video report on here, a leading contributor to it is the fact that we make so much money off our sports tourism, and I cover why in there. But I mean, we're talking, I think it was over $71 million, and that contributes a lot. The parks, I didn't realize the significant impact the Orioles had, and it makes me lean more now, and it may make you lean more now to how much money and we should allocate to the Atlanta Braves win in Northport, and possibly, hey, it is worth the $20 million that we want to move over there for the tourism tax. Food for thought. The leash laws, they're going to be changing them in city of Sarasota. Basically, the county has no leash, city has leash. There's a lot of confusion around there. This all stemmed from one person writing, and I put that person's email up on the scoop, and basically they acted upon it now because he was upset that dogs were running free at a park. I recall it vividly. And this again is why one person has a lot of say in local politics, and I can't tell you how many times one individual comes up and complains about something. Next thing you know, I see new rules, regulations, or ordinances because of that one individual. So you do have a voice. You just got to utilize it on local politics. Sarasota sheriffs taking computers they seized in some sports bidding breakup. I can't remember specifics. And they donated them over to this Boy-Girls Club. So great things. Sports tourism. Listen to that report, guys. I put out. It's a good thing, and it just covers how much money we're making off the different sports tourisms. Like my good friends out here at Foxley Farms. This is City of Venice, right across the street is them. They're in the county where we have like a jigsaw here, but they have a significant impact on the city and the county too at $4.5 million. It's incredible. Northport, police are still looking for those two Walmart thieves. I put the video out again. If you remember, they said, let's knock the smile off this guy's face. They're still trying to locate that guy. An exhibit in Sarasota for the Florida Native American history out there. And then the complex. That's where I told you the safety complex in Venice, where some people were a little upset over it. One other story that came out late last night was this guy basically giving away wheelchairs, and they're up for grabs. I believe there's still some available, and I encourage you to listen to that video. It was out about 20 hours ago. So that's your Scoop Daily Summary in 10 minutes. I hope I did it in 10. Let me see. 8 minutes and 43 seconds. I still have some time. This is great. So remember, if you know of anyone who needs medical billing, suggest to them that you use, and I can't get used to the pointing of my fingers here. Right here. Telephonics.com, that's my bread and butter. Actually, I don't make hardly anything on the Scoop at all. I'm trying to make something now. I've decided, and so that's where Amazon comes in. If you ever want to shop Amazon, go to my site, any of those Amazon placement ads, or there's a link at the top. Use that, and the Scoop will get credit. That's it. This has been Frankie Abruzzino for the Scoop. Pay attention. I'll put out once that weather gets here. The winds picked up significantly, and the storms should come soon. I still have 30 seconds, but I'm finishing early. That's a wrap. This has been Frankie Abruzzino with the Scoop Summary of News.